The original Kung Fu Panda film, released in 2008 by DreamWorks, was such a surprisingly massive and successful hit. It got a lot of critical success and made a lot of money at the box office and merchandising, and this is easily a top 10 DreamWorks film for me. And today I'm going to be talking about one of its ripoffs, one of its mockbusters, of which there are many. Like, seriously, why are there so many Kung Fu Panda knockoffs? Anyways, today I'll be focusing on Chop Kick Panda. What is that title? Why? So Chop Kick Panda, released in 2011, is a 2D animated film released by Renegade Animation. I mean, you can't really call this a movie since it's only like 40 minutes long, but whatever, I don't care. To get to the point, this movie is just bad. It's unfunny and boring and lame and generic, and I just don't want to watch it again. You can so easily tell that they were just plainly ripping off Kung Fu Panda without any of the charm or heart that made the original so special. But they are not subtle at all with all the copying. First off, before I get into the story, I want to talk about the animation. If you look at the main poster of this film, the animation actually doesn't look bad, to be honest, and it looks to be CGI. Well, that poster looks better than the entire movie. This movie actually looks like this. It's very lame and bland. They don't even try to animate the bodies of the characters. They just bobble their heads around and animate their faces and stuff. Oh wait, I just realized that they look like the characters from Peppa Pig. Like, can you tell the difference between these two? But I guess it could have been a lot worse, judging by other Kung Fu Panda mockbusters. Anyways, let's just get started with the movie. Definitely not the Jade's Palace, huh? So the movie starts and we get this short narration that is coincidentally similar to Kung Fu Panda.
There once lived a legendary fighter. A fighter so legendary that his legend was legendary.
Legend tells of a legendary warrior whose kung fu skills were the stuff of legend.
So we get introduced to Zebo, a panda who is the janitor for a dojo. Now Zebo obviously does have a lot of similarities with Po. They are both clumsy and oblivious pandas with a man-child personality who at the beginning dreams about being a great warrior, and at the end of the film they get to be that hero. But Zebo just lacks everything that made Po so special, unique, and fun, and he just feels like a plain copy. So we get introduced to Master Bali, who teases Zebo about being a janitor. Oh yeah, we actually have no idea who this character is. We don't even get a backstory about him or his relationship with the characters. All we know is that he's British and he's the villain's henchman. Oh yeah, that's a spoiler. It doesn't matter though, it gets revealed literally 2 minutes later. Anyways, the next day we see that Zebo is teaching a class on career day where he lies to the class about being a fierce and mighty warrior. Then we get introduced to Zebo's son Ming, who reminds Zebo that he promised to take Ming and his friends out to the dojo to see him train. Zebo says that he can't, but after Ming brings up his mother, Zebo says okay.
The answer is no.
I wish Mom were still here. She would have said yes.
Tell you what, I'll talk to Grandmaster Han today, see what I can do.
Why is this movie trying to be emotional and heartfelt? It's Chop Kick Panda. It's not working. I don't care. So Zebo confronts Grandmaster Han, the Grandmaster of the dojo, and asks if he could invite his son and his friends over. He says yes, but in this unfunny and super drawn out interaction.
And remember, a mop in the right hand can be more powerful than a sword in the left.
Yeah, tell that to the guy with the sword.
He didn't believe for it to be so. The young man knows the rules. The wise man knows the exceptions.
You lost me at your welcome, Zebo.
You see, the real weapon is here, not here.
Why are you worried about losing a blood here?
Worry is just one blade.
How did you become so wise, Grandmaster?
Why are they stretching this out so much? It's not funny or interesting at all. Also, we don't even see Grandmaster Han for the next 30-ish minutes of the movie. Remember, this movie is only like 40 minutes long. So we cut to a scene in the dark cave where we find out that Master Bali, from the beginning scene, is serving Grandmaster Han's evil brother Slade. We find out that Master Bali was sent to Grandmaster Han's dojo to find a magic amulet. The Amulet of Fury. Anyways, their interaction is also super awkward and drawn out. You can tell that they are trying to stretch out this runtime and fit as many bad jokes in here as they can. I mean, just look at this moment.
The first thing you should do when you're in power is rename the village. I mean, Serenity Falls, really? Really? Serenity is a state of being calm and peaceful and untroubled.
I like the irony.
Irony is very amusing, especially to be a place. I'd ditch the name. Come up with something more in keeping with the whole point, fist crushing the opposition into oblivion angle.
Such as,
I don't know. Something kitschy, something powerful. How about Bollywood?
get out!
I mean, this goes on for a full minute. I hate this movie. We cut back to the dojo where Ming and his friends catch Zebo pretending to fight bad guys with his mop. We get introduced to some of Ming's friends. There's only 3 of them. There's Shiva, who Ming has a crush on. There's this little nerdy smart kid whose name I forgot. I'm not even gonna rewatch it to find out. And there's this monkey, Koju, who doesn't talk and can do magic apparently. Yeah, these kid characters are very bland and forgettable, and I wish that they weren't included in the movie, but whatever. Zebo then proceeds to embarrass himself in front of everyone when he tries to break some wooden boards and fails. Zebo then tries to teach the kids something about training their minds, and then he starts talking about playing rock, paper, scissors. Like what? Rock, paper, scissors is a luck-based game. Even the kid says it.
Isn't it just luck?
It's a game of strategy and intuition. You must anticipate your opponent's choice or face certain defeat.
So how do you guess what they're gonna pick?
You must know the heart of your opponent. Rock is the most barbaric move and will be used by the most aggressive of your opponents. Scissors, while still aggressive, is a more controlled choice used by clever, crafty opponents.
And paper?
Ah, yes. Paper is the choice of the wise. But don't say for weakness. No, there's a quiet power in birds on paper. They have the ability to declare war against nations, spread gossip, or profess one's undying love.
Like, shut up. So Zebo plays rock, paper, scissors against the nerdy kid, and he loses every single match, and it's not funny at all.
Paper covers rock. I'm tired of this game. I quit.
A winner who quits loses. So I win. Oh.
Next, Zebo does a lesson where he makes the kids try to steal some pebbles from his hand, and we find out that Koju can do magic, sort of.
Go.
Anyways, this whole training part of the film is so boring and lame. It goes on for like 12 minutes and it's so annoying. Shiva asks Zebo who Grandmaster Han is when she sees the portrait of him on the wall of the dojo, and we get this small backstory. Zebo says that Grandmaster Han was one of the greatest warriors to ever live, that he saved Serenity Falls and banished his evil twin brother Slade. And yeah, that's basically all the backstory we get. How does Grandmaster Han save the town? And what was his history with Slade? Just give me more details. Zebo also adds that the Amulet of Fury is said to have a lot of power and stuff, but it is also said to be hidden somewhere in this dojo. The kids ask if they could try to find the amulet, but Zebo says no. And he rambles more about mops and stuff. He then proceeds to try to do some fighting moves and hurts his back. We cut back to Master Bali, who reports back to Slade without the amulet. Slade gets mad and threatens to kill him if he doesn't bring it back before sunrise, but it's not like he's menacing or scary at all. We never seen him do anything evil, and Master Bali could just like run away. There's clearly nothing stopping him. And they just keep on cracking jokes during these interactions, so it feels like there's no stakes at all.
Did I not tell you if you returned empty-handed, you would suffer my wrath?
Did I not tell you if you returned empty-handed you would suffer more?
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, it's just that the phrasing of your question is a tad confusing. When you say, did I not tell you, are you asking me if you didn't tell me, or if you did tell me?
Oh, I'm so sorry for the confusion. It was a rhetorical question, really. Here, let me rephrase the question.
Also,
Boy, you're good. You really know how to read people.
back at the dojo, Zebo is still frozen and the kids are about to sleep. They try to have another deep emotional moment with Ming and Shiva.
Maybe he thinks about your mom.
Maybe.
Does he miss her?
I think so.
But that just came out of nowhere.
Why'd I ever leave jolly old England? The pubs, the royal palaces, the white cliffs of Dover, the pubs.
then go back to there. There's clearly nothing stopping you. So Master Bali comes back to the dojo and helps Zebo back on his feet. When Zebo asks what he's doing here, Bali says that Grandmaster Han had sent him here to retrieve the Amulet of Fury before sunrise. And he also lies that he knows where the amulet is hidden. He suggests to make a treasure hunt game for the kids and Zebo, that the first person to find the amulet gets to hold it. Zebo is skeptical at first, but after some convincing, he joins in on the game. They start the treasure hunt, but after hours and hours of searching, no one can find it, and the sun rises. Master Bali gets mad and slams the wall, dropping the picture of Grandmaster Han, which reveals the Amulet of Fury. Zebo and the kids climb on top of each other, and Koju is able to grab the amulet and throw it down to Bali. The kids ask if they could hold it, but Bali refuses, and accidentally reveals himself.
Never mind what I said. My eye will be stretched, tried, tanned, and made into some Neanderthal's fashion accessory if I don't get this amulet to Slade at once.
Slade? You just said Slade.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Out of all the ways that they could reveal Bali as the henchman, this is a really lame way. Bali denies ever saying that he works for Slade, but Zebo manages to grab the amulet from his hands. But then Slade just shows up out of nowhere. Slade threatens Zebo and the kids if he doesn't give the amulet to him, but Ming says that his dad would never give it up to him since he's the greatest warrior of all time. Zebo finally decides to stop lying to his son and reveals the truth to him, that he's only a night janitor. Luckily, Grandmaster Han just appears out of nowhere.
I warned you never to return to this place.
Wow, he's been gone for 30 minutes. I almost forgot he was in the movie, despite everyone referencing him 10,000 times. Grandmaster Han confronts Slade and tells him to leave, but Slade obviously refuses.
Not for long, Sherman.
Sherman?
Told you never to call me that.
But it's your birth name. Sherman Neville?
Wow, that sure was really unnecessary and unfunny. So Grandmaster Han and Slade have their big fight. Wow, it would have been way cooler if we actually saw their fight choreography, not just the slapstick cloud of smoke with their hands and legs sticking out of it. It's laughable how lazy this movie is. So after a short fight, Slade pins Grandmaster Han down. Also, check out this really cool Star Wars reference.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
For the love of Pete, don't start with the Yoda quotes. You did that when we were kids and it drove me bonkers.
Actually, it's Obi-Wan, not Yoda.
I don't care if it was Jar Jar Pickles.
Binks.
Insufferable fool!
I can't say he's my favorite character either.
On the other side of the dojo, Zebo tries to keep the amulet away, but gets attacked by Bali. And again, you don't even get to see them fight. The shots are all on the kids wincing from the blows, and it's just so lame. So Bali absolutely destroys Zebo and takes the amulet and passes it to Slade. The kids try to make a plan to steal the amulet back, but Slade catches them.
Got it?
I can hear everything you're saying. Your voice bounces right off these wood floors. You might want to try whispering next time.
Koju, though, is able to use his magic hand stealing trick and steals the amulet back again. Ming slides the amulet to Zebo before Slade could take it again, and Zebo puts it on and has this whole transformation moment, and suddenly epic music starts playing. It turns into an anime. They keep on using the same animation for Zebo's fight moves. It's so annoying. This fight is also so lame. The only thing that Zebo does is slapping their faces with his mop. Like, can this movie be more creative? Oh wait, I forgot. This is a mockbuster. I shouldn't have expected anything. So Zebo defeats Slade and Bali in this very underwhelming fight, and the kids celebrate. Zebo says that it was only the Amulet of Fury who defeated Slade, not him. But Grandmaster Han, in the turn of events, reveals that the Amulet of Fury gets its power from the person that it rests on, and that it really was Zebo who defeated Slade. Wow, definitely not similar to Kung Fu Panda at all. Like seriously, Zebo does not have any character arc at all. He didn't grow or change throughout the story. He doesn't even have a character moment or prove himself. He just puts the amulet on. It's so hysterical how much this movie tries to hit the same emotional beats and themes of the original Kung Fu Panda, but it doesn't reach those heights at all.
So you are a great warrior.
Your son speaks the truth, Master Zebo.
No, stop. We fade out from a shot of Zebo and Ming hugging, and we cut to a new day, where we get another narration just like the one from the beginning.
In the small Asian village of Serenity Falls, there once lived a legendary fighter. A fighter so legendary that his legend was legendary.
We see that Zebo got his own portrait on the wall next to Grandmaster Hans, and that he's now teaching the kids how to fight and stuff. We also find out that Slade and Master Bali are now janitors of this dojo, even though they can literally just escape out the back door whenever they want to. There's literally nothing stopping them. This is like the most inefficient and stupid punishment you can place on someone. And lastly, we can see Zebo playing rock paper scissors with the nerdy kid again, and still loses. Wow, that's such a nice callback. This movie is so smart.
He was Grandmaster Zebo.
How is he a grandmaster already? It's been like 2 days.
So loved was this warrior, everyone knew his name.
This movie is so bad. Chop Kick Panda was a waste of time. Like, it's pretty awful. It's only 40 minutes long, but it felt like an entire hour and a half. All of these scenes are so drawn out, getting stuff with unfunny and overused jokes. I don't think I even laughed once watching this film, except for this moment.
Boy, you're good. You really know how to read people.
This movie tries to be more meta and self-aware, but it doesn't work at all. The animation and fight sequences are super lazy, and the dialogue is really bland. All the characters are boring, and there's no emotional impact at all. You can tell that they're trying to have the same success of the original Kung Fu Panda, as it does copy the themes and premise of the film, but just doesn't have any of the same heart or soul that made Kung Fu Panda so special in the first place. This was just such a tedious and tiring watch, but to be honest, I at least felt like the lines and jokes in this film had some thought put into them. Like, it's not funny at all, but there was at least some attempt. As bad as this movie was, judging by the other Kung Fu Panda mockbusters that I've heard about, Chop Kick Panda could have been a lot worse. So yeah, that was Chop Kick Panda. I wouldn't recommend it at all, but there's a free version on YouTube if you want to torture yourself like I did. If you want me to do more of these longer scene-by-scene reviews of these animated knockoffs, get this to, let's say, 300 likes and I'll maybe review the Little Panda Fighter, another one of these Kung Fu Panda knockoffs. It's gonna be a lot of torture though, judging by everything I've seen. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll give Chop Kick Panda a 3.5 out of 10.